Bonjour my fellow booktubers, welcome back to A Book Addict's Rehab. Today we are going to be talking about The Winner's Curse by Maria Rutkoski. I have to turn it to the side because that's how the book is made. And it's not just like this. No, on the inside pages as well, you have to literally go like this because look at, the pages are sideways. That screwed me up so badly, so badly. Anyways, welcome to my book review. Today we are going to be discussing this book. We're going to be discussing it in a review form, and then we're also going to be getting into some spoilers as well towards the end. So, just so you all know. I would like to first say that I absolutely positively adored this book. I liked everything about it. It was definitely a unique setting in a book. I really don't know where I could place this. I could definitely place it towards the Roman era, you know, but it's a book in its own realm, but I feel like it was kind of Roman, but then it was also pre-Victorian era as well, because they had hats and big dresses and everything, but the houses and how everything was explained, it still maybe felt like it was a Rome. I don't know. That's because they had swords still. It was just how I was placing this book was in two different eras, but also in a different world as well. That was also really strange for me because I was like, what am I doing? I'm so totally like guessing what era this book could be in. Book, a 4.5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. There were a few things that I didn't particularly like about this book that I will get into actually first. The first few things that I really didn't like about the book is the fact that I was kind of like really thrown off by the whole pages are turned to the side and everything, and even the chapters. So like when I was looking down, I felt like I had to like turn my book to see what page I was on, or even the chapters. I mean, I know that's a really minuscule to like what the whole book is truly about. I don't know, I felt like it really annoyed me for some reason, and I have no idea why. Second thing that I really didn't enjoy about this book is the really slow process into it becoming an action-y, more action-packed book. That didn't happen until I was about a good 150 to almost 200 pages in. I usually am fine when it's about maybe 90 or so pages in before it truly starts actually explaining a lot of things, but in this instance, it really, like, the action part of it, I didn't find it until a few hundred pages in, but like the uniqueness of the book I found in like the first few pages, definitely. So if you do not know what The Winner's Curse is, it is about a girl, and this girl is kind of in the higher part of society. Her father is the general of the emperor, and she's kind of expected of two things. Either she's going to be joining the army or she needs to get married. And she does, and the main character, Castell, does things that her father doesn't approve of, and one of the few things is that she is a big gambler, and she gambles for money, or like just different things, and she's very good at it, and she's a very good person when it comes to reading people. She sees things that almost nobody else can see. She knows when sometimes people are lying or hiding things, and so the one thing that ends up kind of screwing Castell over is the fact that one day when she and her friend are at the market, there is a slave trade going on, and she ends up buying a slave, and this is the start of Castell and the slave, Smith, or Aaron's journey together. It was definitely interesting to read about these slaves and how that they once upon a time weren't even actually slaves. They were actually the ones that were on top. So you have the Valorians, and you have the Herons, I believe that they're called, and these Herons were the ones that were on top of the Valorians, but then the Valorians decided they had enough, and they literally pretty much banded together and destroyed the Herons and made them their slaves. And so you definitely are going to be seeing a lot of rebellion in this book. And as for romance or anything, I really don't know what to say about it because I wasn't really, I was kind of expecting a romance but wasn't at the same time, because it really got going and everything. I really enjoyed it. It was definitely fast-paced by the time those 100 pages went by, and I was like on my seat the whole entire time because I was like, what is gonna happen next? What's gonna go on? Like, I mean, is this actually happening? Am I actually reading what I'm reading? Because there is just so many twists in this book that I just almost couldn't keep up because they were so fast, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the plot twists, and I enjoyed how the book kind of wrapped up towards the end. I didn't enjoy the ending 100% because of how it ended, but I know that there is another book that I'm definitely picking up the next book. I want to figure out what's going to happen next. I don't know if this is a complete trilogy or if it's only a duology, but I need to figure out what happens next because I just couldn't believe the ending to The Winner's Curse. I definitely recommend this book to all of you, especially if you like sword fighting, if you like deals being made, because there are a lot of weird deals, as in they are trading off deals and secrets and everything, and it's so interesting. And especially if you like, you know, an era, like kind of a clash between a Roman and a pre-Victorian era, you'll definitely enjoy it because I absolutely loved how she made up this world. It was simply amazing, and I would suggest you go and pick it up. So that is pretty much that part of my review, of the part where I don't spoil you for any of the big, huge, crazy thing that happened in this book. Definitely subscribe to my channel and comment below if you haven't read this book but you really want to, and also give this video a like. And if you already have read this book, definitely stick around for the next part of this review. Alrighty, so if you have read The Winner's Curse, let us get into a little bit of a spoilery section of this. So my biggest thing when I found out that Eren was a rebellion, and that the slave trader, the one that was selling the slaves, was in on the whole rebellion, and that he was pretty much willing to kill and do anything to anyone. And so when I was finding out that Eren this whole time, besides making horseshoes, because he was a horseshoe maker, he was also making swords and weaponry to pretty much attack, you know, the Valyrians. And at the same time, he was befriending Castell, and kind of, even though he was like starting to have feelings for her, he was still taking that information he was finding out from her and bringing it back to the slave trader. And I was just, or Cheat, I think that was his name, but you like her, and he's even figuring out like that he might be having feelings for her, and there is a dual point of view between Castell and Eren. So I was getting so frustrated when I would be reading Eren's point of view, and I'm like, but you like her. And then towards the end, like the next huge part for me throughout this book was when Castell confesses her feelings to Eren, and that same night is the night that the rebellions, or the Herons, the slaves, Eren and Cheat had that night planned where they were going to poison all of the Valyrians, and they were going to finally storm the city. And while they were in the carriage, Castell literally confessed her feelings to Eren, saying the reason why I wasn't gonna marry Rowan is because I love you. Or like, she didn't say I love you, but she's like, because of you. And they kiss, and then there's a big blow up, and then she finds out that Eren's a traitor. I couldn't believe that ending. I liked it. I liked it a lot, but I understand why Castell doesn't want to be anywhere near Eren, and there's this thing called the Valyrian suicide honor, and every Valyrian child was taught how to kill themselves in a situation where it was dire that they needed to die. And so when Castell actually kind of helped the rebels a little bit, but her plan was to jump off a dock or jump off this high boat into like smack into water where she'd pretty much drown and die. And of course she stopped and everything, but then you have this whole process of Eren trying to like convince her what he's doing is right and everything. And I'm like, you're a douchebag. You literally, even though you love her, you literally just killed everyone that she knew. She escapes, and then she makes another deal. And that's kind of where you're left off at the end, and I was like, oh my god, please don't do this, don't do this. I'm really excited that I did pick it up, and I am planning on picking up the next book. So if you have read this book, definitely tweet me or DM me on Instagram, and you'll find those links below, because I don't want spoilers in the comments below, but definitely even just leave your comments below on general about the Winter's Curse. Also remember to like this video, give it a thumbs up, guys, and also remember to subscribe to my channel for more videos, because I have more videos coming out for you in the next coming week. I will see you guys at my next video. Bye!